The story begins in the darkness of outer space. Two spacecraft were locked in a deadly laser battle. Red and blue beams were flashing everywhere like a shower of light. Suddenly, one of the ships opened a wormhole and, at the very last moment, flew right into it, disappearing from the enemy's sight. Coming out of that wormhole, the spaceship headed straight towards Earth. But in the process, it destroyed a satellite, causing some damage to itself as well. From inside, a creature emerged, a being known as a predator. He quickly activated a small escape pod and launched himself away before the main ship crashed. The big ship, now burning heavily, continued falling toward Earth. Meanwhile, deep in the forests of Mexico, a highly skilled sniper named Quinn was on a secret mission. His target was some extremely dangerous drug lords. Just as he fired his first shot, a huge explosion erupted. The Predator's ship had crashed into the jungle. The shockwave was so powerful that Quinn fell to the ground. When he regained his senses a few seconds later, he wondered what on earth had just happened. Moving toward the crash site, he found an alien armor, clearly belonging to the Predator. Along with it, he found some other strange objects. While examining one of them, suddenly his partner Dupree arrived. Quinn got nervous seeing him. Dupree handed him a bag and told him to put everything inside. But instead, Quinn slipped the alien bracelet onto his wrist, trying to understand what it was. Just then, a creepy sound came from the jungle. They saw one of their teammates hanging upside down from a tree dead, and the next moment, the Predator appeared right in front of them. Terrified, they started firing without wasting a second. But the Predator used his cloaking ability, vanishing instantly. Their bullets couldn't hit him at all. The Predator counterattacked with deadly precision. Dupree was killed instantly. When Quinn got closer, the bracelet on his arm suddenly activated. A surge of energy burst out of it, knocking the Predator unconscious and slicing the hanging corpse into two pieces. Red blood dripped onto the ground, making the Predator partially visible again. Realizing the deep danger, Quinn grabbed his bag and a bracelet and ran away. On the way, a small metallic sphere popped out of the bracelet and floated into his hand. Quinn carefully caught it. A while later, a high-level recovery team arrived at the crash site. Their leader was Traeger. They secured the unconscious Predator and the damaged armor. From his attitude, it was clear Traeger knew a lot about these alien hunters. He had definitely researched them. Next morning, Quinn went to a bar in a small town. He kicked everyone out, paid the bartender, and ordered him to deliver his bag to his son Rory's house. He kept the small metal sphere with himself, and soon discovered it could turn him invisible. Without thinking twice, he swallowed it, becoming part of that alien technology. Meanwhile, Quinn's son Rory was in class. Rory's mind worked differently from other kids. He struggled socially, but had an extraordinary memory. While others were playing chess, he quietly observed. Two bullies triggered the fire alarm, and everyone ran out. But Rory, terrified, stayed frozen. After the alarm stopped, the boys returned, mocked Rory, and threw the chessboard. Later, Rory calmly picked up the scattered pieces and placed them exactly where they originally were. His memory was flawless. That evening, a package arrived at Rory's home, the same one Quinn had sent. Rory excitedly took it to the basement. The moment he touched the alien bracelet, it activated, and he began operating it like an advanced computer. His mind quickly understood its system. Meanwhile, Quinn was caught by the military. They began psychological examinations. Traeger watched his interviews carefully. Quinn soon realized that the military wanted to completely cover up this entire incident. He was transported on a bus with several strange prisoners. When Quinn mentioned he had seen an alien, everyone laughed at him. At the same time, special agents arrived to take Dr. Casey without much explanation. Inside the car, they showed her photos of the crash site and the Predator. They told her that this alien species had come to Earth before, and now they were showing up more frequently. That evening, Rory's mom Emily brought him a Halloween mask so he could enjoy the festival, but Rory refused to go out. He said those bullies would recognize him. Later, he went back to the basement, trying to further understand the Predator technology. The more the bracelet activated, the more excited he became. His brain was grasping the alien tech incredibly fast. Meanwhile, Dr. Casey arrived at Traeger's lab. What she saw left her stunned. An unconscious alien body lay there, and the entire lab was filled with extraterrestrial equipment. She sanitized herself thoroughly and began studying the predator's body. Traeger explained, "We call them predators because they love hunting. They found human DNA inside the predator, which shocked everyone." Someone insisted that she be allowed to speak with Quinn. At the same time, the other alien ship, the one chasing this predator in the beginning, reached Earth. It carried another predator and 2 alien hounds. They were tracking the signal coming from Rory's activated alien bracelet. Earth's military detected the ship and launched 2 fighter jets, but the human weapons were no match for the advanced alien technology. Back in the lab, the unconscious predator suddenly woke up. Scientists tried to stop him, but he was far too strong. He instantly began killing everyone. Casey grabbed a tranquilizer gun and secretly pocketed 1 alien sample. Somehow, she managed to escape. The predator retrieved his armor and the arm brace, but his helmet was still missing. The security door required full decontamination before opening. Casey nervously triggered the sanitization process. The predator saw her, but didn't consider her a threat, so he ignored her. In the corridor, he picked up another helmet, one previously collected from a different alien. The moment he activated this new helmet, a link was established, revealing the location of his actual helmet. He now knew exactly where Rory was. Alarms blared everywhere as soldiers arrived, but the predator mercilessly slaughtered them all and escaped. Meanwhile, Quinn and the other prisoners were still on the bus when it suddenly stopped. Soldiers spotted a shadow running across the roof. It was the predator. Now everyone believed Quinn had been telling the truth. They staged a fake fight so guards would enter the bus, and together, they overpowered them, seized their weapons, and threw them out. Casey and the bus both began chasing after the predator. The predator saw an alien ship being chased by 2 jets overhead and redirected his focus. Showing extreme courage, Casey jumped from the roof of the bus, landing on it, but accidentally shot herself in the leg during the chaos. Quinn also tried to attack, but the predator destroyed a tire, forcing the bus to stop. Everyone rushed to find another vehicle. High above, the jets kept firing at the alien ship, but then the ship turned invisible and wiped out both jets in seconds. The predator hid behind a truck leaving the lab, then killed the soldiers inside. Not far away, the second predator finally landed and released his alien hounds to track his enemy. Quinn and his group waited for Casey to fully wake up in a motel room. As soon as she regained consciousness, she panicked and pointed a shotgun, but Quinn calmed her down, explaining they were not the enemy. He revealed that Traeger's men wanted to kill her for hiding the alien sample. Casey agreed to work with them and shared everything she knew. Quinn immediately realized that the predator was after Rory, wanting his equipment back. Meanwhile, Rory wore the predator helmet. Inside, he found a video showing how predators inject other species' DNA into themselves to evolve and become stronger. Rory was fascinated and decided to finally go out and celebrate Halloween, wearing the alien gear. By the time Quinn and the team reached the house, Rory had already left. Quinn told Emily everything and gave her a weapon so she could protect Rory if needed. At first, the other soldiers hesitated, but when Emily explained how skilled Quinn was, they all agreed to join the mission. They split into pairs to find the boy. Rory was walking along the street when the bullies recognized him and mocked his outfit. He ignored them and knocked on a house door, but no answer. The homeowner came to the balcony, insulted Rory, and threw something at him. That action accidentally activated the helmet. A powerful energy blast shot out, instantly killing the man and blowing up his house. The other boys ran in terror. The explosion was so huge that Quinn and Casey spotted it from afar and rushed there. Terrified, Rory dropped the helmet and ran into a cornfield, where he found a dog, instantly becoming friends. But the alien hounds arrived soon after. Before they could attack Rory, Quinn rammed them with his vehicle. The rest of the team arrived and opened fire. Quinn kept running as a hound chased him, but he shoved some grenades into its mouth, blowing it apart. He shot the second one dead too. Casey was collecting samples when suddenly a predator appeared. He grabbed one of their men and threatened to kill him if anyone refused to drop their weapons. The entire group immediately surrendered, but Quinn quickly raised his gun and fired at the predator, forcing him to release their teammate. They escaped into Rory's school, hiding inside. The predator blasted the school's front door open. Quinn now realized the predator wanted the mini-computer linked to the bracelet. He handed it over to protect Rory. The predator lifted Quinn, but at that exact moment, the bigger predator arrived and dragged the smaller one out the window. The two aliens began a brutal fight. The larger predator easily overpowered the smaller one, slamming him onto a car and ripping his head and spine out together. Police sirens approached, so the big predator pointed his device at the humans so he recognized them, and then disappeared from there. After this, Quinn called Emily to check if she was okay. But now, government agents were closely watching Emily's every move. Emily immediately smashed her phone so that the agents could not track Quinn through it. Meanwhile, Traeger and his team found the dead body of the smaller predator. Traeger assumed that the bigger predator was chasing the smaller one because he was hiding something important. Now Traeger wanted that thing at any cost, and for that he needed Rory. On the other side, Rory and the whole group were hiding somewhere deep inside the forest. After a little investigation, Casey confirmed that the predators were continuously upgrading themselves. Suddenly, they heard some noise. It turned out that the alien dog, which was injured earlier by a grenade, was still alive and had followed them there. But Nettle stopped everyone from attacking because he believed the dog would not harm them. Maybe it could even help them. Casey tried communicating with the dog, but just then, Traeger arrived in a helicopter. Casey quickly threw something to distract the dog and make it run away. Everyone became absolutely still. Traeger questioned Quinn and Casey about the arm brace. When they refused to answer, the agent started beating Quinn, while Traeger kept questioning Casey. Traeger explained that the predators had figured out that humans were destroying their planet and didn't have much time left. That's why they wanted to collect the best human DNA before humanity goes extinct. Meanwhile, at Emily's house, agents were searching for alien equipment when suddenly the predator stormed inside. Emily hid, and the predator killed all the agents there. He noticed a map on Rory's desk. It showed the spaceship's location. Rory had drawn it himself. An agent quickly informed Traeger about this. Traeger took Rory onto the helicopter and left some agents behind to kill Quinn and Casey. Quinn and Casey defeated the agents easily, and when one of the agents was about to shoot Casey, the alien dog vomited the grenade it had swallowed earlier. That distracted the agent just long enough for Casey to kill him and jump away before the grenade exploded. Quinn found Nebraska still fighting the last guard. Together with Casey, they began planning an escape. Just then, their friends arrived with another helicopter to rescue them, and the alien dog followed them as they flew away. Soon, everyone reached the second spaceship. Traeger forced Rory to open the door and went inside with his men. He ordered them to take everything they could. Suddenly, Traeger dropped to the ground. Quinn had turned invisible and secretly followed them. After killing all the guards, Quinn grabbed Traeger and dragged him outside, where Quinn's friends were already engaged in a gunfight with more agents. Just then, the predator arrived and attacked one of the soldiers. Before dying, that soldier fired a flare gun into the sky. While everyone's attention was on the flare, Traeger escaped, and soon bullets started raining down everywhere. Quinn hid with Rory in a corner and gave him the invisibility sphere. The predator jumped into a jeep and slaughtered many of Traeger's men. The petrol line was damaged, the jeep flipped, and it exploded. The predator then entered the spaceship and played a message over the loudspeakers. The sound hurt everyone's ears, but they slowly understood what he was saying. The predator declared that he had come to destroy this ship, and no one would stay alive. At the end of the message, he initiated self-destruct mode. Quinn and Traeger decided they had no choice but to team up. Traeger tried stealing some alien tech again, but the dog stopped him. Everyone hid in the jungle before the spaceship exploded. The predator flew away before the blast. Suddenly, a strange alien weapon shot out and sliced off one agent's arm. Traeger wondered what a one-armed man could do, so he shot him dead. Meanwhile, the predator dragged a soldier upward into the trees. Quinn and his two friends acted as bait to lure the predator, while the others used that moment to attack. The predator arrived and brutally fought everyone. Bullets did nothing against him. Traeger tried using the predator's own weapon against him, but it blew up in his hands, literally blowing his head off. Although the predator was hurt, it barely affected him. He severely injured Quinn's two friends. Knowing they would die in pain, they killed each other to avoid suffering. The predator returned and pushed Quinn and Casey aside to snatch Rory. That's when everyone learned the predator's real target wasn't Quinn, it was Rory. Because Rory's DNA could make the predator even stronger. The predator took Rory into the ship, but Rory dropped the shiny metal sphere. Quinn, Nebraska, and Nettles jumped onto the spaceship. Casey also tried to jump, but Quinn pushed her away to keep her safe. Inside the ship, Rory noticed the predator activating a force field. He warned his father immediately, and Quinn jumped in to save him. Nebraska couldn't make it inside, and Nettles' legs were severed. To save his friends, Nebraska sacrificed himself. He jumped into the ship's engine, causing it to crash. Quinn fired at the predator inside the force field, but could not keep his balance as the ship shook violently. He fell. He would have died if his foot hadn't gotten caught in a rope. Soon, the ship crashed. The predator crawled out and began fighting Quinn again. Quinn was too weak to defeat him. Just then, Casey jumped onto the predator from behind and shot him directly in the head. She quickly escaped while Quinn pushed the predator into the corner. At the exact moment, Rory activated the force field, cutting off the predator's arm. Casey handed the severed arm to Quinn. Using the predator's own weapon, Quinn attacked and finally killed the predator. After the battle, Quinn collected some belongings of his fallen team to honor their memory. He and Rory spent some time remembering the others. A few weeks later, Quinn visited a new government lab where, thanks to Rory's knowledge, humans were preparing to fight the alien species. They had also discovered the mysterious object the first predator brought, an extremely powerful armor suit called the Predator Killer. Rory explained that the first predator probably came to give this armor to humans so they could fight the predators from his planet. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.